Hi guys, welcome back. We're about to dive straight into team efficiency versus Nvidia Aces. What are your predictions for this set, Edison?
I cannot say that.
You can't say?
Yeah, I cannot.
You can't say, so it can go either way.
Yeah, you know, they are top team. You know, if the team efficiency is a counter strategy, they might win. But you know, this is the first week. They don't know how the Nvidia. I also want to say that immortal, you know.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Aces.
it's how do I say this? It's not exactly normal to be calling them the Nvidia Aces anymore. I mean, like we're so stuck on the title Immortals, right? They just call themselves the Nvidia Immortals. Is a name too long to put in game? Maybe.
Yeah, might be.
Maybe.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
Okay. So what map is the first game going to be on? Rather, excuse me.
Himmelsorf.
No.
Himmelsdorf.
No?
It looks like that's actually
Yeah, that's right. It's Himmelsdorf.
That's actually the map that we can see everyone playing out on.
Yeah,
So like,
Yeah, it's Himmelsdorf.
would you say that city maps would actually be the weaker? Like, who do you think has stronger performance on?
Yeah, absolutely
Himmelsdorf?
immortal. You know, even they don't have a strategy, they still can win this one.
Okay. All right, so we're leaning towards Immortals already.
Yeah, but they still have to careful about the T1. You know, they normally lose on this map because of base is captured.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's all kinds of scenarios that can work against them, but I mean, like that's why they have their own T1 Cunninghams, right? So,
yeah,
I guess we can just see what they have in mind for this first game in a best of 5. All right, so that's for an AMX50 and another AMX50, conversely from the other team. I don't know. I almost forget, actually, what is considered normal tank composition on this map. Three AMX50s and a 2
three
IS3s?
AMX50 with the 2 IS3, but you know, recently people love to start to use the KV5.
Oh yeah, we saw that tonight,
Yeah.
definitely. Because
Yeah,
AMX,
because of-
you know, the KV5 does counterplay the AMX50 as you showed us earlier.
Yeah.
And what on earth is taking us so long to get those tanks loaded into the game lobby? Is, you know, that's a question that's almost beyond me. But already, T32 and AMX50 coming down for Nvidia's Aces.
Yeah. They start to use a T32 on city map, but it's quite weird. I have to say that, you know, normally anything T32 can do, the I3 also can do that. But I know the T32 got better gun depression, so maybe they stand on the higher ground. I mean, like a center square layer, there is a couple places got a higher ground, and they can up a high ground to shoot the enemy. But it's only advantage there, you know. After you live there, you got nothing compared to I3 or Chinese 110.
All right.
But whatever, you know, they are immortal. They know how to do the city map.
Again, just waiting, it looks like, I don't know, all day long to see where or what moreover is taking our two teams so long, but it looks like there's an IS-3 finally. Now stopping to think just for a minute, you know, what kind of strategies we could see employed on this map. I mean, the tank selection isn't finalized yet. I'm sure the admins are the team commanders are handing off the tank selection to their admins and telling them right now, this is what we want, this is how we're going to play.
Look like Nvidia team show the people, I think.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have to pick one, but I don't know who did the test.
All right.
If they didn't do a test, they cannot up here.
Well, there's an AMX 1390 coming out from Unreal Rogue. And there we go.
Okay.
Another T32? Okay, and
no.
two AMX 50s, it's going to be for team efficiency. Juice and Mega Joel taking their picks as they want.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna choose 3 M50 with 2 I3.
3 AMX-50s with 2 IS-3s. I think really that's that's a valid selection, to be perfectly honest. I think the real issue, or not really issue, but rather the real hazard with just going full-blown heavy tank would be the fact that if you've got 2 T1 Cunninghams going for the capture and you're on the opposite end of the map, you're essentially doomed. I don't know if you can get back in time in an AMX-50 or an IS-3 to actually, you know, save your base from being captured by the enemy team.
Yeah. Normally we use the M50 go back to base. Yeah, because of speed, you know. And the IS-3 take like 1 shot 11 seconds. So if you miss one, maybe you're gonna lose that. But if you got an autoloader, you miss one, you can take an hour really fast.
Okay, so 2 IS-3s, 2 AMX-50s thus far. It looks like you got another. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we have another AMX-50 loaded into the game now here for team efficiency, and I really feel like this could be one of those games that actually goes straight into a draw. But, I mean, as we've seen before previously, it's not normal for Nvidia Aces to try and push things into a draw. You know, we always expect them to rush. We always expect them to give us a chaotic game to watch and something that's aesthetically pleasing for the human eye to witness.
Yep.
Okay, so okay, now tanks is coming up for Nvidia. 2 MX-50, 100, 2 T1s, 1 Chinese 110, 1 IS-3, and another MX-50.
Okay.
All right, so 3 AMX-50s, 1 Chinese 110, and IS-3.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, and no T32.
Okay, so it looks like, you know, Nvidia Aces, they don't really like vodka so much. Probably like Baijiu just a little bit more.
Yeah, but Chinese 110 is good.
Yeah.
If we got a chance to keep firing, the DPM will bring you the winning, I think. Because of the IS-3 is not that good for rush sometimes because of the DPM is quite low. And if you shoot once, you have to wait for 11 seconds. On this time, maybe your enemy gonna kill you first. So if you can keep firing very fast on a short time, sometimes you'll win the close game. So if you love to rush, Chinese 110 is better than IS-3. But IS-3 is really good for defense.
Spawning on the north side right now, it's Team Efficiency already rushing the northeast end of the map. And spawning to the south, it would be the Nvidia Aces heading also towards mostly the northeast portion of the map for now.
They're gonna up here.
Both sides?
No.
Well, we can see that Team Efficiency is going up, but yeah.
The Nvidia gonna uphill for for check-it, and
just
not really all uphill compared to the Team Efficiency.
Right, and then after that, they're more than likely just gonna fall back, and hope no one actually. Well, hope none of the enemy team follows, and if they do, basically retake their positioning in, basically ambush, ready to engage the enemy team, if that makes sense. Okay. Comex reaches the top of the hill first, and that's, a considerable gain for team efficiency, especially if you can knock down 91st in that T1 Cunningham just on the other side of the hill. All right, there we go.
Yeah, but, they still have 2 heavy tank for cover there. So
right.
Yep.
And I think, does Comics see 91st right now?
Yeah, probably.
Did he spot him?
Yeah, probably. So
50
let's
yard
try the 91st pull back. If no one spot him, I don't think he gonna pull back.
Right. And that's kind of an aggressive scout coming from Comics, because he's thinking, all right, well, if he didn't have any cover from his teammates, he wouldn't have rushed me like he just did.
Yep.
And right now the question is, how many tanks are on the other side of that hill? And I think this is where we're going to see Juice basically do a little bit of poking. Right now, to the best of their knowledge, there's only a single IS-3 at the top of the hill, if I looked at that correctly, or is that an AMX? An AMX-50? And what's Juice piloting? An AMX-50, my bad, jeez. Alright, meanwhile, Poseidon passing by Hatsune Miku. And
yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, just a little bit.
No, I shoot him.
But for the time being, I mean, what's really the bigger story here is that Nvidia Aces heavy tank way back to the south is now kind of repositioning itself a little bit towards the north. All right, so based on the vision that they have thus far, it looks like we've got Team Efficiency repositioning themselves back into their own spawn.
Yeah, and Nvidia got a really nice position right now. You know, if they stand there, the Team Efficiency will be very hard to defend their back.
I have no reason to disagree with you, Edison. None whatsoever. But meanwhile, there is one guy who's staying on top of the hill, actually trying to basically, I guess you could say, give vision to the rest of his team. I forget who it is, but oh no, is he going around for a flank? He's going around for a flank, and he's got a T1 Cunningham leading the way.
Maybe he's trying to clear the T1 first, and use another T1. Use a Kami's gonna to go capture. You know, maybe,
right?
Yeah, he have to stick the T1 first.
Okay, so this is actually, I kind of like this move just a little bit, but it really does put Team Efficiency, or not Team Efficiency, yeah, Team Efficiency in a little bit of danger at the moment, because if they lose comics at this stage, you know, the damage output is, it's going to be considerably lower, as well as the, I guess you could say, the ability to absorb damage for teammates that are low HP or taking a ton of damage all at once. So if we see that this just doesn't pan out for Team Efficiency, they're in a lot of trouble.
Hatsune Miku dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, should by T1.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so this is also where we see Team Efficiency being forced to play by Nvidia's terms. They say, hey man, we want you to fight us right now.
Come Sky! Wow, too bad. I have to say that, you know, too bad.
Yeah. But now it's Juice versus 91st, and 91st loses that fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to actually try and go for the capture. It looks like not. He's doubling back right now, trying to get a flank on to the enemy team, but it's going to be a while before he catches up. Meanwhile, Dexta charges straight in, and he has eliminated almost immediately. Poseidon was squished right there. Tanaka, 639 HP, taking a little bit of damage from his right. 1321 taken out already.
Wow.
Out of the game, Tanaka is, and it looks like Elite will get maybe just a little bit of vengeance, but, ooh, nice. Okay, takes down one tank before he's thoroughly eliminated. Now it's up to Juice to try and pull off a miracle tie. I don't think it's likely to happen. What's he going to do, though? That's the real question.
That's impossible because of his reloading.
And an AMX-50.
Not immortal, the Nvidia only takes 33 seconds to finish the capture. And he needs 46 seconds to reload it.
Okay. Well, it's you know, so you're stuck between a... Yeah. You really are stuck between a rock and a hard place if you are Juice today.
Yep.
Poor guy. All right, base is captured. Game number 1 goes straight to Nvidia Aces.
Yeah, I think the Immortal really know how to deal with the people camping on somewhere, you know. They know how to deal with that. So if you want to camp and you already separate your force, you know, you cannot stick together. Whatever, I say even you stick together, it's really hard to counter the Immortal, you know. So,
it is.
Yeah, if trying to fight in the Immortal in the city map, maybe you got to more activate. You know, or set a trap or something. No, don't stay like that.
If you don't mind me asking, why exactly did Juice stay back there with that one T1?
Originally, I think he want to
capture.
Yeah, he want to kill the T1.
And then capture.
To go capture, and then the other 4 just drag the time. You know, they have like 50 seconds, and maybe they can win that. But overall, the comics die first, so they cannot finish the play. If you only have one tank to capture for 100 seconds.
It's a lot less likely to happen.
You're trying to fight, use a 4 tank to fight the 5 Immortals. You know, you won't win that. Yeah.
All right. I mean, it sounds like solid rules of tanks as strong, or excuse me, solid laws of tanks just as strong as the solid law of gravity, right? Okay. So I wouldn't say necessarily. I think in some ways, yeah, you could say that we simply saw team efficiency was outplayed by their Vietnamese counterparts. So let's see how game number 2 pans out after this short break. Alright guys, game number 2 is going to be on mines tonight, and game number 1 did fall straight into Nvidia Aces lap. Let's see how game number 2 is going to pan out for them. It looks like we've already got a heavy-ish selection coming from Team Efficiency with an AMX50, one AMX 1390, a T69, and an IS3. I'm ready to call this crazy if we see a T32, because we've seen a tank composition just like that before, haven't we? With a T32, with one of each tank, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
in
right.
Silver Series especially.
Yeah, that's right. Well, in the other hand, Nvidia has two T32s right now. So their composition is actually quite heavy as well.
All right. So there it is, two T69s, an AMX50, and an IS3, and an AMX 1390 coming down for Team Efficiency. And what is it for the other guys?
It's AMX50, IS3, two T69s, and an AMX 13.
All right, sounds just about right.
Yeah, really
here.
close, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's what I wanted to point out as well. Almost completely identical.
Yeah.
The real deviation is two T32s from Nvidia's team.
Yep.
All right.
The T32 is a good tank to counter the T60.
Okay, so here we are. They are off once again, spawning to the north. It would be Nvidia Aces, and spawning to the south, It is team efficiency. All right. Now, Poseidon is already rushing into the center hill, or no, rather, it looks like he's taking a slight detour. He's going to let his...
Wow, he missed it.
Oh my god, his teammates miss. The third shot finally connects for 244 damage.
Wow.
He himself is hit for 220.
Whoa.
And then rams into his teammates, and that's increasing the damage put on him by about 31 points. I don't quite understand. Why did he not take the center hill? He had a huge window of opportunity to go in. Why did he not go?
Okay.
Ah, all right.
Okay. Tanaka had to make it.
It looks like
Whoa, okay,
Dexter's popping out.
Oh, twice.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. Zeus is now looking for those spots.
Wow.
Yeah. Poseidon actually, I think that was actually a shot from C5M. Pardon me. And it kind of made the connection that it needed to. All right, and beyond that, it looks like Poseidon. He's got
Wow, he
missing juice, missing juice. Comics is coming out as well. Second shot hits, third connects.
Oh, he had to leave.
He's really overextending. He needs to leave.
He had to leave.
Oh wait, it's a T1 Cunningham.
Wow.
Yeah, we were all just a little bit threatened there for a moment. Well, he wanted the kill on that. It was a little bit inefficient if you ask me, but I mean, that's one less T1 Cunningham that is out on the map for team efficiency, and Comics is out of the game. But people say he's a better commander when he's dead than when he's alive. At least that's how it holds for the Batman, right? Okay. The rest of these picks are being played, I want to say, kind of solidly thus far. So, checking the position right now, I kind of like what we have coming from Nvidia Aces, just a little bit better than team efficiency. But just as I say that, it looks like I want to say Nino. Is that Nino? No. The guy in the AMX 1390. Who is it from? Poseidon. Poseidon. It looks like he's gonna be outplayed in just a moment. Yeah, he's at the lighthouse.
I think, but I don't know if he's a new guy. Maybe just a new ID.
Zeus piling in on Tanaka, who's now going into the hill. The damage output is real. It is tremendous. And so too is the damage output on Zeus at the moment. 615 HP lost thus far. And Mitsune Miku fell in the background. That's a T1 Cunningham. So Team Efficiency's ability to take a sneaky capture has been eliminated. In the background, it looks like Nino gets away with a kill onto Juice, and Aces are kind of building themselves up a solid lead. I mean, they exchange one heavy tank for another, but I mean, look at Juice's condition. Or excuse me, Dex's condition rather. He falls just as I mentioned him. Tanaka is at about half HP. Elite is stuck, you know, between a rock and a hard place, and Eminence is not looking so hot either. I think there's a part of Nvidia Aces that knows they just have to surround those three houses and they win the game.
Yeah. They cannot move it right now, you know.
They want to make sure that they do this right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is, I guess you could say, a game of patience, really. Once you examine the situation right now, though, I think we could actually see... Where's the T1 Cunningham from Aces? I'm surprised he's not actually being used to get a sneaky capture initiated, you know?
It's just next to the three house.
I know, but if it repositioned, you know, it could be safe, right?
Yeah.
You could just fall back, you could take another route to get to the capture circle and you could win that way. And Eminence has been spotted right now. Yeah, he's not doing it too hot. Yeah, he's getting shot at from two different directions as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, that was...
Too bad.
Was that a 1 versus 1 just now?
No, it's 3 shooting him.
three people shooting him. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Elite's trying to step.
Twice.
Yeah, Elite is trying to step out into the open right now. Serious giving his team all that vision.
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's got to be worse than trying to get a tick off of your back with your hands cuffed, if that makes sense.
Ooh, finally.
Yeah, taken down. But I mean, like right now, this is the takedown. Look, we can see C5M hopping in there.
Okay.
Boom, out. and elite, one shot away from falling. Is going to get anything before he goes? The answer is no. Okay. Well, that was really something else, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel really strange because of the team efficiency. They don't score the west part, and they don't see the M13 do not appear, right? So you might know it might be somewhere. Normally it's on the island, the west part, and they still ask a T39 go there, and he was took like 100 or 1000 HP there.
T39?
Yeah, T39.
There's a T39?
T32
or
T39.
T69,
sorry.
T69, okay, that's what it says. Like, there's a T39? What?
Yeah, they lost a T1 and a T69 lost 1000 head point. After that, they sent the M50 there. We didn't see that in our observer, but I checked the little map. They sent it like one T69, one M50, trying to kill the M13, and the M13 already spotted them. So the Nvidia they offer a support fire from the hillside. They kill the M50, kill the T69. Yeah, they lost couple maybe 100 or 500 head point, but they took 2 tier A. After that, and I think the team efficiency is really hard to turn that around, I think.
Something that has me just a bit mystified. We had Nvidia Aces spawning to the north. Is that correct?
Yeah, in the north.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then the way I remember it is like they were the team that had the chance to get into the center hill first, and I just don't understand why they didn't take that opportunity. They still won the game in the end, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I remember in so many games, it's proven itself time and again to be quite critical to get that center hill ASAP.
Yeah,
so,
but because they only have one M13, right? And they got 2 T32. The best position for T32 is against the rock, and only show a torrent. It can control the whole hillside. But problem is, your enemy gonna shoot you on the back, right? And how do you counter that? You only have one M13, so you have to assure that if the T32, when the T32 uphill, and shoot maybe 1 or 2 rounds to enemy's M13, you can ask your M13 uphill and kill him, and you can control the hillside and use a T32 to watch the whole center run, and you can have other strategy there. But in the beginning, the T32 didn't hit that, So if you uphill the first, they got a T69. They main against the rock, so they can support the M13 on the hill. So it's too risky,
All right. Well, I mean, this is actually, I guess you could say, a little bit of an upset to myself. This is actually the last series that I would have expected to maybe be clean sweeped. And the question is this going to end in a 3-0 in favor of Nvidia Aces? I think we should find out after this next break.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are back with, game number 3 between Nvidia Aces and Team Efficiency, and this is it, guys. It could be the last game.
Yeah, it's possible, and it's Ensk,
Oh yeah, anything is possible in Ensk once you stop and think about it. Okay. So, we've seen just about everything on this map, I think. We've seen the 4-to-1 split, if that makes sense. 4-to-1 split, like one guy stays back at home and then the other 4 go for the rush, or
if you want to capture,
Yeah.
Sometimes if people want to capture, they're gonna use a 3-2, or 4-1 because of your enemy might capture too. So you use 2 or 1 for reset. But on my opinion, 2 for reset is better than 1.
Of course, I mean, like, it's your foolproof. Well, not your foolproof.
Yeah, that's for both side capture. If you capture, normally people will capture too. Not normally, in some cases they're gonna capture too. But if they don't want to capture, they just rush in. They will have different story there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this pans out. Once again, they are off, and to the south we have Team Efficiency, and to the north it's going to be Nvidia Aces.
Yeah, and the Team Efficiency, they're gonna rush. That's the only chance, because they cannot camp on the southeast. In this scenario, maybe Immortal won't push because they already got 2 points.
That's absolutely right, but I would imagine they would take maybe 4 IS-3s and a single KV-1 if that was the case.
Maybe.
No, that was a joke. Game number 3 was not played on mine, so that was actually game number 2. So I think that possibility has been removed almost completely. Still, I think I could see Nvidia Aces playing a non-rush game where they just keep their patience, but at the same time, they're one of those teams that has extremely solid execution, and I see no reason why, they shouldn't take an opportunity to exploit mistakes from their enemy team.
If we see the tank on C1 and D1 moving, that means they're gonna rush. But the 2 tanks still hold there.
They are moving just a little bit. Just a little.
Just want to see, check if someone spot him. Okay.
So now this is, I guess you could say, a waiting game. Team Efficiency has to do something here. And if I'm not mistaken, they did win their set versus Numb last week, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, if they lose here, then they're essentially down 3 points, and then Nvidia Aces come out and they get 3 points, and then, wow, okay, so thus far, amazingly enough, no one's taken 6 points if we see Nvidia Aces win this game, this one game, or this entire set for that matter.
Yep. And in the current position right now, I think that Nvidia have really nice position. On this setup, they can counter any enemy rushing, and the Team Efficiency only have 4 tanks there. They won't push. They cannot push.
It is. It's.
They got to make decision. They only have 4 minutes.
Right. It's the unfortunate situation that they are in right now, and I think they're going to be forced sooner rather than later to go for it. And it looks as though we got a tank in the lower. Excuse me, G4. That looks as though it might be relocating itself. Maybe not. But there's a lot of movement coming from Elite and Eminence.
Yeah, I know that, but Immortal can cover. The position for Immortal is really nice.
They're all repositioning. They're going to go in really soon.
Yes. Okay, nice.
Okay, here they come.
Okay, they're coming.
Here we go. Immortal's just unloading, rather. Nvidia Ace is unloading as much as they can. Nino down to about half of his health, and it looks like, for some strange reason, we actually see Team Efficiency getting a better end here. But just as I say that, Eminence drops to about a quarter of his own HP. Who's going to be the first one to fall? It looks like it will be Zeus, followed up by 80s, maybe not long after. But at the same time, all we have to do, oh my god, Nino down to 1 shot. Tanaka just about the same position as well. C5M is going to use his dead tank buddies body to shield himself from further danger and harm. And I think this is the part of the game where maybe...
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
Kill first one.
That's right. Wait a minute. What on earth? Okay, so we've got I'm still trying to make sense of it.
Wow,
Miss it?
444.
No,
See if I am missing. Or not.
maybe.
Oh,
the bounce!
Wow!
That is not
too
gonna. That is not
bad.
gonna work out too well
Yeah,
for him.
it's too bad.
And
Yeah.
seriously, looks like he
Ouch.
missed a shot as well. Making way. There we go. Boom. C5M, does he? He does not miss the next shot,
Wow!
but it
How
looks
about
like his teammates Nino and Poseidon, excuse me, 91st and Poseidon are going to have to try and get to as much cover as they can. They're going to need to split up. It's too late. They've been spotted.
Wow.
It's down to now just Nino, who's just about one shot to
Yep.
pull off a miracle versus
Yep.
two decently HP'd tanks, if you will. All right. And I think with that, we're going to see 91st get spotted. What?
Wow.
He tried to make the stand that he could, and looks like 91st was just default spotted. Yeah, Juice passed right by him, less than 50 yards away, so now 91st is running for the hills. He's trying to stay alive, I think. And with that, we're going to see Juice not waste any time along with Elite. They're going to go for the capture, and they only need 50 seconds, so they win the game.
Okay, really nice on team efficiency. Wow, the game is so cool on the Foxfire this time.
And I know, it was just crazy. They collapsed in on it. They knew that they had to do it, and they just said, okay, let's focus our targets as best we can. And their focus fire was just a little bit better than that of Aces in this game. Their positioning was immaculate as well. But I don't see, why exactly we have 91st going forward here in the way he is at this present moment. Do you think it's possible for a T1 to get any penetration on an AMX 50 at all?
In the front, no. Side armor, back armor is okay.
All right.
Yeah, with the 37mm machine gun, that's okay.
Yeah, a little bit anticlimactic. I think what was happening there for Nvidia Aces was they were like, okay, let's just use the next few seconds of this game to try and plan what we're going to do in game number 4.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Not really, I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sarcasm.
But
Sarcasm.
on the attack of the 10 efficiency, they're doing really nice on focus fire. In the beginning, they focus on the MS50 is correct, I think. They kill the first, it's I3, I think. I3 Chinese 110, the first tank, that's okay. They kill this one and focus on the MS50, and they use another, it's I3 flank on West Bar. So when the 10 it's Nvidia MS50 got a lower HP, they're gonna pull back, right? So they have another I3, rush out from the left side. So kill the rest one. That's really nice. Good plan, I think.
Right. I mean, games like these, at the very end, we can just see how close they are because we have two tanks that, they're about half HP each, and it's just, this is one way that I guess you'd say coordinating fire, bounces, positioning, things like that makes a huge difference.
If the C is a C51M or, who's the name?
C5M.
C5M. If he didn't bounce twice, maybe they can win this one. But he bounced twice. Bounce twice means for 800 hit point. That's 800 hit point.
That he couldn't deal out on his opponent.
Yeah. Maybe he won't get that many damage. He got like 1,000 HP, but finally he only have 200.
Yeah,
that's
right.
really difference. If he didn't bounce twice, maybe Nvidia already win the matchup.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to see how game number 4 goes after this short break, guys. Don't go away. All right, guys, we are back with game number 4, and before I jinx it, it could be the final game. Could be.
Could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
the final game again.
Could be, maybe. All right, so that's why we see an AMX 1390, 2 AMX 1390s, a T69, 2 T32s for Nvidia's Aces, and it's going to be 2 AMX 1390s, a T32, 2 T32s, and a Pershing coming from Team Efficiency.
Okay, so you only one tank different. Team Efficiency choose a Pershing, and Nvidia choose T69.
All right, so I'm stopping to think here for just a minute. What's the main difference between I'm sorry, if you will, the of course,
Persian and T69.
Well, is the Pershing I'm not too familiar with. Is it an auto loader?
No, it's not.
It's somewhat like the mid tank T32. It's totally like identical, but it got a higher speed with the armor.
What on earth was that?
What's that?
They just fired 3 shots back towards their spawn. I can't tell why.
I didn't see that.
Maybe they saw something that we can't see.
Yeah, it was a ghost. Okay. I guess it was a salute towards the observer camera or something like that, maybe. But already Tanaka and Elite going to get us some vision. They're spawning to the south, by the way. It's Team Efficiency. North spawn is Nvidia Aces. I think the heavier armor here will win out, is what I'm thinking.
Yep.
That's just my...
Up here.
This is my postulation. I could be wrong, though.
That's right. Okay. 2 T32 is T32 versus the
Okay, well. It looks like Juice has been taken down out of the game. That's a T1 Cunningham that Team Efficiency will not have at his disposal. He's in a lot of trouble as well.
Wow.
But he does get Poseidon out of the game in that AMX 1390. And this is actually going pretty well.
I would say Team Efficiency gonna win this one.
Definitely.
Because of if the T32 on the PO top, you cannot counter it,
Yeah, and we're all gonna go home a little bit later. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Alright. Elite is in a bit of trouble. He's at 92 HP. Zeus is now getting, I guess you could say, double teamed. And I think this is not, as you said, as soon as they got up the hill, Team Efficiency is going to win this. He's trying not to get rammed, but he gets bloated up. He gets exploded one way or another. Okay.
Okay, here's.
Yeah, this is now a 2 versus.
Wow,
This is a 2 versus 3 situation, but of course, I mean the tanks.
Actually, it's 4.
2 versus 4.
Yeah.
At the tier 8 level, Now it's a 1 versus 4. So good luck to Nino. He's gonna need it.
Yep.
But they've still got both of their T1 Cunninghams, and they're trying to camp out at the edge of the map. Comics has initiated a capture at the north end, however. It looks like we got the same thing coming from the Sirius at the south end. I believe it's 91st who's in the bushes to the north, if I'm looking at that correctly. Either that or it's an observer mod bug. But to me, it's a miracle that Nino's still alive, to be honest.
Ooh. Ouch. Yeah.
Well, Nino's hand is being forced right now. He's got to do something.
Yeah, but he cannot do anything.
I know. He's going to leave it to his T1 toting cohort to do something about it. And I want to think that maybe by some miracle he'll have the ability to survive on his own if this T1 Cunningham toting friend there. Oh, wait. He's got to do something himself. Oh, gets up that hill, and game number 4 goes straight to Team Efficiency. That is one hell of a turnaround.
Yep.
There's another way to say it.
Yeah, but if you use a T32, the most critical point is you got to up your top, and everyone have to support you, I mean, other tanks like M13, T69, you have to support your T32 by shooting enemies' side armor, force them pull back. So if your T32 uphill, he cannot be the king there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I saw while I saw the Nvidia's T32 pull back. I mean, that's it over. You know, if you want to use a tank, can show up your torrent and bounce everything. But if you go to a lower hill and everyone penetrate your phone armor, everything is over. You know.
Well, I think that is a basic textbook explanation of just what went wrong there. Let's see how things go in the final game after this short break.
Yeah, absolutely. Final. Okay.
The last game. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fifth and final game to be played out on my favorite map, Squall Cliffs. I gotta say, this one I prefer over other maps because of the very chaotic pace. And I think there's a part of team efficiency that's going to be like, okay, well, let's throw out any thoughts of strategy for the day. Let's forget about employing any kind of strategy. Let's just try and go for the win, just like that. And I think, you know, they certainly played game number 3 out very carefully, very cautiously, once you stop and think about that for a minute. They just didn't, how do I say this? They did have the execution they needed to bring it out, and in game number 4 that appeared to be the case as well. But, I mean, what about game number 5 here? Are they going to have, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Are they going to have what it takes to get through game number 5 and get that extra 3 points, giving them a 3-point lead over every other team in the Gold Series? What do you guys think?
Hmm.
Edison, Alpha, thoughts?
I'm not sure, but you know, on the past experience, I think the Immortal doing better than team efficiency on this map. But you know, that's only first week. We don't know what's gonna happen here. Maybe Immortal, no, not Immortal. Maybe the team efficiency have any counter plan to the Nvidia, but I'm not sure about that because it's only first week, so we didn't see the Nvidia play this one. Hey, do they? Oh yeah, they play this one, but you know, it's quite traditional, so it's not that special, and I don't think they have other way to counter. Just see, I don't know. I expect maybe you know the team efficiency gonna take the high ground on this map. I mean the lighthouse, but if the Nvidia rush out, it's really hard to defend. So
it can be really,
yeah,
you know, there's no other way to say it, hectic, you know?
Yeah, so on this map, I still prefer the Nvidia can win this match, I think. Yeah. On this map,
I don't know. It all depends on that one mistake.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen some teams actually, you know, they get one tank up, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, snap! Let's rush in. We've got one tank advantage," and then boom, they get lit up and taken out of the game because they play off of that. They play off of that impulse, but they don't have the execution and the coordination of fire to actually win this game.
Yeah, and because of the map, it's not that easy to defend. So if you know how to rush, if you got a better coordination, you got better focus fire, you might win this one. That's the Immortal, and that's the Nvidia team have. So that's why I think they got higher win rate on this map.
Now I do want to state for the moment that, like, I mean, if you look at the tank lineup that we've got coming from Nvidia Aces, it reminds me of a Swiss Army knife.
Really?
Do you guys know what that is?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's one of those knives that you've got everything in. You've got a screwdriver, you've got a cork popper, you've even got some like scissors that are built into it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, this looks like it's one of those, you know, one size fit, or not one size fits all. Like, okay, one size fits all kind of builds, or not builds, but rather compositions for this map. All right. So here we are. Aces now rushing across the map, spawning on the north. Team efficiency on the south. They fought their way through hell and back, and I'm wondering if they're gonna take this into a reverse 3-2, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've seen other tournament systems, you know, grand finals where this has happened before, and I just felt so inspired by the players who were able to actually conduct something like this. Let's just see where things go here in the next few minutes. All right, so who's been spotted? We got
Tanaka, I think, in the middle.
Tanaka, and it looks like we've got Nvidia's Hades there as well.
Yeah, Hades.
But I want to highlight that for the time being, team efficiency is super bunched up in the middle of the map. If they just all stay there, and Hades just saw basically everyone there. I think if there was ever a time to maybe just maybe try and focus fire, maybe rush in and focus fire, it would probably be now. But Aces are probably not confident with their present positioning.
Miss again.
Yeah.
We got a great chance to do it.
Hades is looking hurt just a little bit. He doesn't want to poke his head back out there and then take some damage, you know. Thus far, with the exchanges going out, it's not looking all that great. Tanaka actually getting poked just a little bit with that, you know, within.
Shoot him.
Yeah, he's trying to assert his ground on the high ground. It doesn't quite work out. And it looks like we've got the T1 Cunningham from Juice. Oh, he's been spotted, though. I don't know about this move. He's going to try and rush forward through all this. He's going to maybe have a solid shot of taking down that other T1 Cunningham.
Yeah.
The Sirius. It just depends on how he coordinates his fire, but
he can do that. The 91?
91st can see where he's at too. He's just like, he's running and gunning, he's spraying and praying, but he does manage to get a hit onto 91st there.
Yeah.
Little does he know, this is not a 1 versus 1 situation. This is a 1 versus 2. Juice was just taken down. He was sniped by one of Ace's teammates.
Yeah. Poseidon, I think.
Yeah, Poseidon.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I don't want to say this is doom and gloom, but I think... What's the score right now? Nvidia Aces has 0 points in this entire tournament, right? Because last week they lost to Elon.
Yep.
Team efficiency has 3.
Yep.
So they are not only willing to take a draw, I think they would be happy to take a draw in this situation. Both teams get 1 point. That's going to keep team efficiency above Aces.
Yeah. Someone would rush me.
But now they're rushing. I don't know about this decision. They're saying all or nothing. Tanaka is now hitting the rear of Hades, now being hit from 2 different sides. 698 damage taken off. 700, 937. Oh my god, he is taken down almost immediately. Elite looks like he's next on the hit list. It's either him or it's going to be, oh my god, it was Poseidon. Now follow-up is looking like Zeus is just taking more and more knocks to the head. 513. This isn't about, you know, how many hits you can deal out. It's about how many hits you can, how many times you can get hit and keep getting back up. And it looks like Dexter might not be able to get up after this next hit, but his teammates are trying to do what they can to save him, keeping him alive a little bit longer. 91st to T1 Cunningham. Both T1 Cunninghams trying to stand up for him.
Oh, I think Dexter has reloaded.
Oh, man. Wow. Excuse me. I called 91st wrong. Dexter. Oh, my God. The next hit from Elite. Is it going to get him? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Elite just took him down. All right. So that was not the T1 Cunningham that took him down. That was actually the AMX 1390. So don't get confused there, guys. C5M is now on the retreat. He is being lit up by 4 tier 8s. He does not get away. It's up to the T1 Cunningham's now on Nvidia Aces to try and seal this all out. Guess what? They're not. All right.
Okay.
So Sirius is going to try and take this into a draw. He's like, okay, well, if I can't get my team 3 points, I may as well try and get them 1. Comics is going to spot him, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And that bush that he's hiding in, he should be able to see him. Oh my god.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that is something else. I don't know how else to say it. That is the sickest turnaround we have seen in the Wargaming.net League Asia Gold Series yet. Like, where did everything go wrong there? I can't quite highlight it.
Okay, because you know, the in the beginning, team efficient trying to figure out where is the Nvidia team, where is the position of Nvidia team. So they know, okay, here is the M50. Okay, we've got a person here. It's really hard to explain if I have.
It's alright. It was
okay. Maybe M50 here. Okay, you got a it's a person. Okay, T69. Here is a M13, another one here. So there is a corner, right? So 3 members is behind the corner. They know, okay, you are here and here. This 2 is alone, so they rush here. Because here is a corner, there is a rock, so they cannot support fire. Yep. So they just trying to kill the M13 and offer the support to the hillside. You know, so the target is they're gonna kill the 2 M13 first. After that, they just kill the rest. So on the positioning, I think Nvidia do not doing that good. If you have 1 sniper, I think that's okay. If you got too much on the back, after they cross the middle, you cannot offer any support fire there.
I also
normally they go to the center. They use a Persian or T9 in the center, so if they rush in, you cannot shoot their side armor.
I also feel like Hades falling first for Nvidia Aces was very critical in the way that, in 2 ways. 1, he was providing vision for his entire team on that high ground. 2 was the reason, well, he was able to snipe. He was able to, how do I say this? He was able to better coordinate fire from that position. Yes, he was exposed. Yes, he was in the open. But I mean, he had a shot at almost any tank that rushed in there at that position. Tanaka and who else was it? There was a tank on the low ground that were focusing fire immediately on Hades. They were like, we want him out. We want him down. We do not want him sniping us.
If he pull back, and shooting someone on the lower ground, and you see other members shoot high ground. This one is Tanaka, right? So if the 3 can kill the Tanaka and head is over support fire to the low ground, maybe they can take more even, you know. Not that even. I think they gonna have like 1-2 exchange, but compared to, you know, you're gonna lose 2, it's much better. But overall, I think the position on Nvidia team is still not that good. You know, you put too many snipers there. If they rush you, you cannot offer any support. Yeah, that's it, I think.
All right. Well, anything else to throw out there, guys? Yeah. Anything else to interject with that?
Well, happy birthday, Death guys.
Happy birthday, Death guys. Huge shout out to you, bro. Happy birthday, you sick commander son of a gun, you. Everyone say that to him. And I think that just about wraps it up. Okay. All right? So, I'm Breaker.
Let's add us in that here.
And it's good for all of us.
We're going to see you next Tuesday. Don't go, well, go away. Go get some sleep. Yeah. All right, good night, guys.
Okay, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.